not detecting audio at all in OBS. I had to manually set it up, which it should already be manually set up to use my audio setup. That was weird. Anyway, how's everybody doing? It is I, Haven, once again. Today we will be starting a route split, but the route split this time is one of the dumb ones in that there's no actual video stopped on your side. Are you not seeing video? Not seeing stuff go? What the fuck is going on, Twitch? Nope. Looks fine on my side. Alright, well, technical issues aside for now, we're on one of the route splits where it's not an actual route split, it's just do the story slightly different. But one route gives us more access to secret points I want than the other one does. So we'll be going on a specific route for this. So, why don't we get started? Too much delaying already. We're 5 minutes in and we haven't punched anything yet. Yamato Central Strategy Room. So this would be the third world Yamato's been to. For simplicity's sake, I'd like to assign the worlds the following names. First, we have the version of Earth in which the seas evaporated. That would be the new correct century dimension. Dimension which Earth constructed Yamato. Later revealed Earth in this dimension has actually been visited by Gamillans and yada 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 yada. Basically, that's the first one we were in. We fought the Martian successors in AD Dimension. This one will be referred to as Universal Century Dimension. So NCC Dimension, AD Dimension, and UC Dimension. And now I think it's time I briefed you on this world. Much as your own world, the world of the UC Dimension has had its own one-year war, though our histories are quite different. And in this world, it was 17 years ago, or 2 years before the war, that the invaders came. Those would be the hostiles Ryoma fought. Which means, if you recall, Ryoma doesn't have any memory except for being thrown in jail after that. While it does seem a bit strange that someone from UC Dimension would never have heard of the Red Sea, I do believe we have a more than satisfactory explanation for this inconsistency. Please continue, Captain Testarossa. Humans assembled a robot army to repel the invaders, finally exterminating them in a defensive campaign on the moon. It came to be known as the Lunar Conflict. That must be where they used the Getter robots. Indeed, Ryoma Nagare fought in the Lunar Conflict, becoming something of a legend. Okay, hold on. Stupid pop-up. Okay. But just as the fighting ended, he was imprisoned for the murder of Dr. Saotome, a Getter Ray researcher, though he claims he's innocent. 2 years later, a group of space colonies sued for independence from the Earth Federation. Side 3 called itself the Principality of Zeon and declared war. So that's how it began. And a key element in the fighting was a new sort of weapon geared towards mass production: mobile suits. Zeon, having already begun development on their suits, gained the upper hand at war. However, the tide turned in the face of the sheer strength of the Federation. Of course it did. Same thing happened in our world. Zeon lost. But it was at that point that a critical historical divergence occurred in the NCC dimension. In the closing stages of the war, Zeon had seen the loss of Solomon, a key strategic point, and Dr. Saotome had fomented insurrection on Earth. Wait a minute, I thought Ryoma Nagare had already killed Dr. Saotome. It was revealed later that he'd been turned into a host by the invaders. Wait, are they parasites? Invaders have the ability to infect their surroundings. It is true for both organic and inorganic material, makes it for a very likely explanation. I think I get it. So the ones we fought on Enceladus must have melded with the surrounding mecha. The Federation had devoted most of its strength to fighting off Zeon, leaving Ryoma to conclude matters. He fought single-handedly in his Getter robot against Dr. Saotome's force. However, in the midst of the battle, it was discovered that the invaders hadn't been exterminated after all. Faced with the situation, Earth Federation plotted a speedy resolution. Deuteron missile aimed straight at the invaders' gathering point, Dr. Saotome's lab. But as the weapon made contact, the Earth crumbled under the weight of the calamity heretofore unseen. The second impact. If you're an anime fan, you know what that means. But why second? What better name for an explosion so like the meteor impact that gave birth to our own moon? We're still unsure of its cause, but its effects shook the Earth to the very foundations. One of those is the corruption of every existing sea. That would explain the Red Sea. While the dimensional quake did manage to destroy the missile, it also managed to release the Getter rays stored in Dr. Saotome's laboratory, scattering them across the planet. The damage was incalculable. And after which, Ryoma Nagare became a ghost, according to the records. I see. So according to this world's timeline, dimensional quake caused him to transport into a world more than 10 years after. That's right! Ryoma time traveled and dimension hopped. So the Red Sea thing did happen after he left. So what exactly are Getter rays? They're a variety of cosmic ray. Some say they have the power to hasten evolution. While they can be used as a power source, overexposure to them is wholly destructive, ecologically and biologically. Being the authority on Getter rays, Dr. Saotome's death put a halt to any research on the subject. So the planet is hit by a second impact in Getter rays. Did that end the war? Zeon, despite losing their leadership with the defeat of the Zabi family, still had more than enough strength left to move on the war to its end stages. The Federation was spending a great deal of effort towards restoring the Earth, allowing anti-Federation forces to consolidate their strength. And 13 years after the war, created first as a means to aid the restoration, the elite Titans had taken an increasingly brutal stance against the colonies. The internal spat became known as the Grips conflict. While Zeon had reorganized under Haman Karn, so began the first Neo-Zeon War. With Haman's defeat, the torch passed to Char Aznable, sparking off the second Neo-Zeon War. The same wars happened in our world, but some of it is pretty freaking different. Doesn't sound like something he would say, but continue. Yeah, they even have the same exact names, but they happen at different times here. The Second War saw the Federation at a severe disadvantage, but by using an elite team mainly comprised of Gundams, the Federation managed to destroy the Neo-Zeon leadership and secure a somewhat symbolic victory. But Neo-Zeon's held on to a lot of its strength, which means it's only a matter of time before the fighting starts again. You couldn't be more correct. Neo-Zeon is currently laying the groundwork for its final battle with the Federation, all united under Char Aznable's banner. He's MIA in our world, him and Amuro Ray. Yes, though Commander Amuro escaped to a parallel universe, he is still alive and well. No reason why the same couldn't be true for Char Aznable. So the Red Comet is still alive, eh? Maybe the world can help us answer some of the questions we have about our own. Meaning what exactly? We're not sure whose fault it is, or if there's anyone to blame at all. A good deal of 10 years that spanned Char's rebellion, the Second War, is lost to us. Indeed, to us it's almost a century in the past, not an attractive subject to many aside from a few historians, which of course leaves us in our current situation. We are aware of the actions of Neo-Zeon remnants in those 10 years, and the major terrorist incident afterwards. I see. Nimi. I know, I won't mention the Mufti incident here. Yes, this is when Hathaway becomes a villain. We are trying to avoid that because Hathaway is just 2 rooms down, not being a villain yet. And we don't want to encourage that. So in this world, Neo-Zeon is winning the war against the Federation. I don't know if it can rightly be called a war. At the root of it all, the One-Year War was a war for independence from the Federation. Because the Federation got the upper hand, later conflicts could be looked at as a way of settling the bad blood from the One-Year War. It's also sad. Now the fighting between Zeon and the Federation is coming to an end. Since the Axis drop failed, they would be more direct, trying to take the Earth by force. 15 years of built-up hatred, delivered in the shape of total war. You just said you wouldn't call it a war. Okay. In our world, it was the Jupiter Empire. Mithril started as a private military brought in to prevent local conflicts, but we worked with the Federation in the face of what seemed like an indiscriminate attack from Zeon. You must have known your chances wouldn't be good. One doesn't fight in order to lose. I know exactly what you mean. Which means the Red Earth is bound to succumb to human infighting. Years and months turn ill will to hatred, and when it finally boils over, you can hardly call that war. Though blame for some of it can be placed at the feet of the Federation, the rumors of atrocities they'd committed, the Titan's image as a Space Noid extermination squad, we haven't forgotten that. The Federation's captain spoke of Londo Bell in the last battle. Who were they? Independent group within the Federation. Headed by a Special Forces unit, they played a major hand in securing victory in earlier fights against Neo Zeon. They aimed to bring wars to a close in the early stages while avoiding excessive collateral damage. Among them are Commander Amuro, Shito Ashita, and Hathaway Noah. They're also the ones who Mithril finds itself in direct cooperation with. So there are some out there who haven't lost their heads with hatred. Perhaps there's still hope. Possibly, but there's talk of them being better used under the direction of the regular army. I would propose we touch base with Londo Bell before taking any further action. I'm sure they'd be a great service to you. This may seem weird. It is way more logical to contact Londo Bell for help. But to get the secrets I want to get, it's actually better to take independent action or say we don't need any help. If we're going to find out most about this world, I believe it'd be best to work independently. I'd have to agree with Commander Okida. We have no reason to distrust Londo Bell, but it'd be best for everyone if we stayed out of the feud. You're right, jumping in the fray with this level of firepower would cause problems. Understood. Mithril will handle supply for the time being. Are you sure? There's no need to even ask. Through our base being on Earth, you'll be coming to the planet's surface. So we'll be seeing the Red Sea with our own eyes. And about this Camilla situation. We'll be glad to work with you on a counterattack, if you don't mind me asking. Consider it repayment for helping us in our fight. Our fate is intertwined with Yamato's. Until we can all get home, we should think of ourselves as allies. And you have the deepest gratitude from both me and my crew. The message we intercepted from previous battles stated the Gamilla forces arrived here 3 days ago. We need to settle this before they drag this world into chaos. Remember, we were in the other world for a month. The Gamillas were only here for 3 days. Time is fucky. The help is more than welcome, but it wouldn't do to drag them too deeply into our fight. But if the Federation knew about this... Checking additional content. Okay! New factory stuff. Yamato Aircraft Squad briefing room. It must be shocking to find yourself 10 years in the future. I guess. I'm still me, though. No use wasting energy on it. Are you sure? There has to be someone you want to see. You must have friends. Or maybe a girlfriend? Not after I went to prison. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry, I wasn't thinking. Settle down, Chitose, it was a joke. It's literally in the past. I mean, who would I want to see? Especially since it sounds like the old man bit it in that battle. It can't be coincidence that we all ended up here. I'll stick with you for now. Thank you, Ryoma. He's a non-issue for now. It's gonna be about our timing. What's the deal, Nine? Nothing. It's nothing. I want to have faith in you too, Tetsuya. Okay. Durky durky, anything. Ooh, a booster. I want a booster. And, interesting tidbit. Anytime you go into those scenarios, quote unquote, where you decide what your route split's gonna be, that counts as a mission as far as suborders are concerned. Which means everybody is now qualified to go on it because you didn't do a mission with units, so everybody is considered to have not been used in the previous scenario. It's actually pretty fucking cool, because now you can send whoever you want in. I'm going to actually send Bicha, and there's a reason for that. We'll get to it later. Kira, because he needs some levels. Banjo, Tessa, and Ruri. Actually, let's hold off on Tessa, and let's get Judo. And, once again, the lowest score I have is already well above the 80 point mark, so we don't care. So, boom de yada. Autofill everyone else. Cool. Okay, nothing else special to do here except to move on. Near Earth. Yamato Bridge. Atmospheric descent sequence ready. 12th of Dayton, Ptolemaeus 2 and Nadesigo report no problems. The Red Earth. Seems like collapse is approaching on this planet in different form than it is on our Earth. And in a war between Earthlings, no less. I beg to differ. Could I? This is between Earthlings, between human beings. There's gotta be a way to reach an understanding. I know how you feel, but it's not working out that way. Yeah, but either way, we've got no business intervening in a war on this dimension. If the balance of power is thrown out of whack as a result of our presence, this mutual annihilation may end up accelerating. This is different from when we tried to use Yamato technology to attack the Martian successors. That's right. The idea that we have to just stand by while the Earth crumbles at the hands of Earthlings? That's enough, Kodai. First and foremost, we need to get through this alive. And get to know this place firsthand. We'll have plenty of time to decide what to do after that. Understood. Now we're going to descend to Earth. Roger. Atmosphere descent sequence starting. The Red Earth. Who knows what we'll encounter down there. Scenario 23. Red Seas and War-Torn Lands. Okie. Right, I better bring this up, because there's lots of secrets today. Alright. Okay. Red Seas, just like they look from space. This is truly the blood pond of hell. That's really insensitive, Sabaroda. It was Kurtz who said it. This sea would fit in perfectly in hell. Let's get out of here. What? That's what we need to do to experience the world firsthand. My thinking exactly. While we check the status of Tuatha De Danann, send word that those who wish to can disembark. Sorry, that sentence for some reason took me a sec. So these are the Red Seas, huh? These seas aren't just red, they're also dead. There's not a single sign of life in them. That's right, there are no living things inhabiting these waters. The Earth's ecosystem is completely contaminated by the second impact and Getter radiation. I confirmed it with my own sensors. There aren't even any microorganisms in the water. When I was thrown into the world in the NCC dimension, I had no idea this had happened. And it's not just the seas. A large number of Earth's cities have sustained damage. It's the same in Japan, where I'm from. Seeing all this doesn't exactly put me in the mood to go on and on about our world. The Earth of our dimension is dying as a result of fighting between Earthlings. It's all just so sad. Well, I mean, they keep saying that, and they're not wrong. But the original problem was they used a Deuteron missile, which is like a mega nuke, on alien invaders, literally named invaders, on a facility that apparently had the worst nuclear radiation they could ever imagine in it. Now, if they knew that radiation was there, or that it could cause this, then yes. Humans caused this, they fucked up. But if they didn't know, then all they're really guilty of is being an exceptional dick to Ryoma, who they sent to fight those things solo, and they were okay with him dying. Which, still awful, but really not. I wouldn't really say they were at fault for causing the destruction of the world, so it'd be hard to say for the fighting between Earthlings caused it. I don't know, I'm being really, really nitpicky with this, but there's enough ambiguity with this situation that I'm just like, unless we learn more, this is weird. I'm sorry, I know you're all not here by choice. I shouldn't push this dark mood of mine onto you. You're literally living through an apocalypse, Kaname. It can be understood if you are a little depressed. Got a minute? Huh? Me? I've been so busy that I haven't introduced myself properly. I'm Lieutenant Commander Shiro Sanada, Executive Officer and Tactical Officer to Yamato. What's this? Is Executive Officer Sanada hitting on Kaname? Chitose! Mind going to the wrong place every time. You must be out of your mind. If something like that actually happens, I'll reformat my memory. Thank you, Nine! I'm Kaname Chidori. I'm Suria's tactical advisor on the Danan. I heard about your prowess with all things mechanical from Tobia. Could I have a minute of your time? Huh? I'd like to hear about the AS, which seems to be a special technology out of all the technological systems in this world. Those are just the units the Mithril folks use. I'm really just an ordinary high school girl. You wouldn't be interested in what I have to say. Even the stuff I told Toby about Gundams was just some gibberish off the top of my head. When it comes to scientific inquiry, gut feelings are important too. So please. I'm sorry, Lieutenant Commander. Chidori has a Mithril meeting coming up, so we have to go. And Sosuke with the save. Is there a meeting scheduled today? The truth about you is top secret. We have to protect that, even from our allies. In fact, Kaname is one of the Whispered. We explained what the Whispered was before, but if you need a refresher, Whispered are somehow able to, like, reach into the future and get, like, engineering data and technological data from the future, and they know it in the present. Somehow, there's already a theory on this presented earlier. Kaname can also reach between dimensions. I understand. Please excuse me, Mr. Sanada. I hope we can talk again. Kaname Chidori, along with I, Sergeant Sosuke Sagara, now take our leave. He's maybe acting as Kaname's knight in shining armor. Don't you think he's going a little overboard? Still, I'm a little jealous of her. I feel the same way, right? So his name was Sagara. That's right, why? Sosuke Sagara and Kaname Chidori, huh? Lieutenant Commander Sanada, we've received instructions from the units that landed to come back. Enemy attack? Got a rescue request from Federation forces. Alright, get all units back ASAP. Guess there was a meeting. Oops. Oh shit! What is this? It's Jared! From Mobile Suit Zeta Gundam, an officer in the Titans. He holds the rank of lieutenant. Those Zeon bastards, running around doing whatever they please. And this is Yazan! An officer with Titans. Also holds the rank of lieutenant, was later promoted to commander. He's belligerent and enjoys the battlefield because he can fight freely. He also has a crazy face. Look at that crazy face. That Dubin Wolf. Rakan Dakaran. Rakan. From Mobile Suit Gundam Double Zeta. Commanding officer of Neo Zeon. Alright. And his Dubin Wolf. Yazan Gable. Long time no see. Unfortunately for you, it looks like we've won. Don't be so quick to declare victory. This is Commander Otto Midas, member of Londo Bell and a captain of the Nahel Argama. We'll protect you from here on out. From Mobile Suit Gundam Unicorn. A series we haven't seen yet. Say hello to Gundam Unicorn characters. Captain Nahel Argama, he is 45 years old and held the rank of commander. He's indecisive and can be unreliable, meaning he lacks trust and loyalty as a crew, including his deputy Liam. Damn it, I can't believe the nearest allied force was Londo Bell. Stop your complaining, Jared. Beggars can't be choosers. This is Commander Yazan Cable of G-Hound. We appreciate your cooperation. G-Hound, Special Unit Direct Command of GHQ. This is also from Unicorn. This is Deguza. He's a commander, 38 years old, ranked major, yada yada. Due to Jarhead. And this is Conroy. You can bet those guys will are also having a tough go of it, given Zeon's superior resources. Also, he's a vice commander, 35 years old, yada yada yada. He acts as Deguza's right-hand man. It said something about Deguza's death. Oops. All units will attack Neo Zeon in collaboration with G-Hound. The Tri-Stars and ECOAS will handle forward action. Ensign Ridhey, support the Unicorn. This is Nigel, Mobile Suit Gundam Unicorn, member of Londo Bell's Tri-Star team. He has extreme confidence in his own abilities, leads him to say exactly what is on his mind, even to his superiors. This is Ridhey, young pilot Londo Bell, 23 years old, and holds the rank of ensign. Although Ridhey stood to become Marcena's family heir, he couldn't bear the constraints their expectations placed on him, rejected his family, joined the military instead. Banaji Lynx. It's pronounced really weird. Banaji Lynx. We're giving you the Unicorn. We have no choice. Don't get shot down no matter what. This is Alberto, executive of a large moon-based enterprise, Anaheim Electronics. We've heard that name before. He is 33 years old. He is the son of Cardius Vist and head of the Vist Foundation and half-brother to Banaji. So yeah, they're related. I actually didn't know that. Don't worry, dying isn't on my wish list either. This is Banaji. He is the pilot of the Unicorn Gundam and main character of the series. He is 16 years old. He was raised not knowing his father. When his mother passed away, his absentee father talks him into attending the Anaheim Electronics Industrial College in the Industrial 7 Space Colony. It's alright, Banaji. We'll be here too. And Ridhey, I'm sorry to cause you all this trouble. Don't worry about it. You're a civilian. No need for you to overdo it. Still, I'm the only one of you who can operate the unicorn. Cardius Vist, head of the Vist Foundation and my father. I haven't seen him since I was a kid. On Industrial 7, he entrusted the unicorn to me. The ability to protect Audrey. That's the right attitude. You'll be well protected by his soldiers. That white Gundam. That's the unicorn, eh? As long as we're not hit with stray fire from it. That kid Judo doesn't seem to be on the Nahel Gama. Rakan Takuran, don't let your guard down. For the sake of the commander, we cannot allow defeat. This is Angelo from Gundam Unicorn as well. Captain of the Royal Guard in the frontal, for full frontal of the sleeves. Before we move on, yes, there's a character you're supposed to take seriously named Full Frontal. We will be seeing him later. Those damn guards. Kids draping themselves in the prestige of the Red Comet. Rakan, I'm leaving the front line to the Rommel units. And this is Rommel, former soldier Principality Zeon, now commands Zeon remnants, yada yada. The ground fighting specialist called Desert Rommel. I think we're in good hands. Alright, all your dreaming ends now. You think we're gonna let a bunch of space noids beat us right here on Mother Earth? Be careful. Your mobile suits may look old, but on the inside they've been tuned up. Their fighting ability is on par with cutting-edge suits. That's their explanation why old units can keep up with new units from new series. All units, commence the attack. Let's stop Neo Zeon here right now. I'm gonna do this for Audrey. Okay. Before we do anything else, point of order. Yazan, Jared, both need to get a kill to get you more secret points for something important later. This is Yazan in the Humbrabi. It is sort of a transformer, but you don't get to actually transform it. Ace bonus, gain 5 focus in battle. That's it. He just gets 5 focus. Yeah, not great, is it? And there's nothing really special about his mech. So, moving on. This is the Biarlant Custom, powered by Jared. Increases damage by 30% during the enemy phase. We've seen that quite a bit. So yes, he is one of the tanks. Ideally, he wants to be a tank. No special abilities, really. Just some close range stuff. Okay. And say hello to some of the filler units. This is Ridian, the Delta Plus. We don't know what his special skill is yet, but increases money and XP gain by 20%. So not bad. No special skills on the mech. Otherwise, just has 4 attacks. Nothing super interesting. And this is Deguza and the Gigon. Decreases damage taken by 30% and increases final evasion by 20%. So he's a really tanky real robot. Interesting. And he just uses 3 relatively boring attacks. This is Nigel and the Jesta. Final accuracy, final evasion, and critical percent by 15% with his ace. And he has Tri-Star Formation, which is a pretty decent attack. Nothing to sneeze at there. Then this is Conroy of the Gigon, also of a Gigon, but this one does not have a shield. Decreases damage taken by 20%, increase final accuracy by 20% as well. Pretty similar to the other one, otherwise nothing impressive. This is Otto and the Nahel Argama, a new battleship. Potential applied terrain, which is useless. I hate that skill. Decrease damage taken by allies within range of special skill commander by 20%. So really good at protecting your units if you need that. Too large. It has a map attack. Which is... Oops. Come on. Press the wrong button. I guess we can't see the particle cannon's range right now. Oh well. But yeah, it's actually got some really long range attacks and a map attack. Do you have sub-pilots? Okay. So Liam and Mahiro are sub-pilots. And finally, last but certainly not least, is Banaji and the Unicorn Gundam. Unicorn Gundam, so he starts with new type level 4, Potential and Fighter Spirit. Triggers Spirit Command Awaken using Personal Command and TD activation. He doesn't have that skill yet. That's later. He has a shield and an actual, barrier. And Hyper Bazooka, B Magnum. He has some pretty decent attacks, but not many post-movement yet. Okay, so like I said, We need these folks to move in so they can get some kills. Let's... Okay, you'll actually be able to hit a target. Not the target I was hoping, though. Excel. This is the first and maybe the last time we fight alongside La Nobel. I'm really gonna enjoy this. Do your worst, Zeon. Try your hand against the great Yazan Gable.
この俺に向かってくるとはいい度胸だ。だがな、獲物を生け捕るにはちょうどいい武器だ。
Yep, he's actually a guy. Told you, he's transformed, sort of. Almost!
あいつは化け物か。モビルスーツの格闘戦というものを見せてやる。殺気が足りん、殺気が。
Okay, and to get the kill. Boom. That's the best he can do. Yep. Okay. La Nobel. Their parent organization is AEUG. They could turn on the Federation at any time. Khosrow, Leela, Mo... I'm not even going to try to pronounce some of these names. Here I go. For the sake of our Earth, I'll live through this and emerge victorious.
そんなに落とされたいか。そこか。もらった。どうしよう。お前に。
Boomdeada! That is a kill for Jared. Just need one for Yazan for that secret. There is another secret coming up, though, that we will need these characters ready for, so just as a heads up. Alright, Captain. Let's show these Neo Zeon bastards the power of the Churai Stars. Gundams aren't the only mobile suits in the Federation. Let's give these guys a taste of the strength of these Jestas of ours.
敵発見。これより攻撃に移る。トライスターの連携を見せてやる。仕掛けますか、隊長。心がガラ空きだな。カッキー、撃て！
Yeah, not a bad combo attack. Not that it's technically not a combo attack because you don't get the other two units. So it's just like with what's her face? I can't remember the name right now off the top of my head. From the Nadesco team.
The Hive haven't been on Earth in centuries. That wizard came from the moon.
Paladin! Thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. And yes, it's entirely possible one of these guys came from the moon, I guess, because they are Neo Zeon. Excuse me. Fine. Boost dash. I want to at least show you off. Alright, Beam Saber. It's not only Audrey who's on the Nahel Gama. Takia and Mikad are there too. If there's somebody I can protect by fighting, I won't hesitate to pilot the Unicorn. By the way, we probably won't even see these characters show up.
示すんだ、俺の可能性を。
That's strange. Why did my on-screen thing for your chat show up as a couple of asterisks? That's weird. I mean, I still see your message. I have the actual chat brought up. But that's strange. I wonder if it thought it needed a censor something somehow. Alright. Bazooka from Daguza! Look sharp, Conroy. You too, Captain. ECOAS is a group of specialists who can fight on Earth, colonies, asteroids, and anywhere else. Death simply isn't an option until our duty has been done. Whatever you say, Jarhead.
こちらだくぞ。仕掛け。隙だらけだな。行くぞ。
You can tell in this point in the Gundam series, when they got to Unicorn, they started doing more stuff with the design of the shields. New Challenger, this is the start of a route split. We are deciding whether we want to go directly to help to get help from Londo Bell, or we choose the route I chose, which is we don't want to get directly involved in the war. Let's do our own intel gathering first. You're going to find out that it won't fucking matter, because this route split is kind of a false choice, in a way. Okay. Hey, he has a handgun. I'm gonna make him shoot somebody. So right now, we don't actually have any of our own units. These are all from Unicorn and Zeta and Double Zeta. They just kind of mixed a bunch of moots from that, plus Banaji, who's actually the main character of Unicorn. It's scenario 23, if that helps. Okay, that's the end of my turn. Oh, friend, no. You're gonna go after Yazan. Remember, to get points for a secret for later, Yazan and Jared both need to get a kill. Jared has already gotten one.
俺に似合いの戦場だな。獲物を生け捕るにはちょうどいい武器だ。もらった。
Taking the target alive. Blow up their mech. Wait. Alright, that's a kill for both of those guys, so that's awesome.
Firearm 機動性をなめるな。次はこちらから行くぜ。こいつでとどめだ。落ちろ。
Almost. Almost, Jared. Yeah, he doesn't really transform. It's just like he tilts up and it's like, oh, there's a guy under there. Oh, he has a big gun. Pow. Oh, hey! Ah, darn, he doesn't have enough range to do anything. I've come all this way to Nahalagama to tie up loose ends, only to find that the carnage is still going on. But I'm gonna get the job done. As part of Londo Bell, I'm really gonna let Neo Zeon have it. I mean, because Kirby only got mechs relatively recently? Also, that was a gimmick for one game and not really the main point of the series. Cool. Okay, Unicorn Gundam gets to use the Beam Magnum. So my new challenge.
Beam Magnum で。そこだ。時代が変わったというのか。
Alright, progress. Hey, we finally get to see the Delta Plus with used as attack sequence. And bullseye. Oh, this is one of the name dudes. Yeah, 22k health. Mini boss. Ooh. Oh. Gonna need persist next time. That much damage on a crit ain't real good. Need to check something on the villains. Neo-Zeon Soldier, that's Rommel, Neo-Zeon Soldier, Angelo, Rakan. Okay. Yep. Time for more murder. You don't have hitting away, do you? Right, because you're useless. Okay, so here's his map attack, by the way. Look familiar? Because that's how most map attacks look. Alright, but I'm still gonna show off his attack. Bullseye. To be sure, that unicorn really does pack a punch. But can a single mobile unit actually change the course of the war?
攻撃を集中させろ。
味方機車線上から待機しました。
ハイパーメガ粒子砲発射。アフリカ戦線に比べれば程度。
He has a giant fuck-off laser. It ain't bad. Remember, anybody in his commander aura is taking less damage as well. Bazooka. Okay. Bazooka's nice and long range. Yeah, bullseye and persist, that's it. Okay. Well, better use bullseye. Advantage of fighting against a Dodge. Their range sucks. So if you can outrange them, do it. I mean, you're in a unit that looks like it can waddle at about 5 foot an hour. Yeah, you ain't hitting much. This looks like a good idea. Because now we get a support attack.
敵や剣これより攻撃に移るトライスターの連携を見せてやる仕掛けますか隊長
Team up attack!
心がガラ空きだなカッキー撃てもらった栄光ある我らジオンがこんなことでこのドワッチは一味違う
Yeah, surprised me with how much it sucks!
さっきのは牽制だったようだな
Alright,
こ
support
ちらから
attack!
も攻撃する行くぞとどめだ
I like that little flare where the hilt for his beam weapon sort of pops out and he has to catch it. It's a nice touch. Okay, so of these folks, I think it makes sense. Wait, what's your command aura range? Oh, not as good as I was hoping. And let's use the Hyper Bazooka this time. You don't have anything to give yourself bullseye. Shit. Okay, I hope this works. 3/4 chance to kill him.
ロック完了
Or he could just not do enough damage because this guy probably has potential.
まず手始めにガンダムを叩く
Okay, well somebody else is gonna have to
攻
kill.
撃だったけど
That's fine. I'm not too sold on giving Banage the kill anyway. Bazooka!
エコーズの戦い方目に焼き付けとけ隙だらけだな行くぞ
Got him. One named unit down. 2 more to go. Oh right! I forgot about the SR point. Whoops! Damn it. I can't believe they beat me to the punch. You guys will have to take it from here. Yes, a whole enemy section has crumbled. Captain, enemy reinforcements are coming. What? Oh my goodness! What the hell is that disc ship? It's gotta be a new Neo Zeon model. The new quad wing which we fought on Industrial 7 is here too. Looks like they followed us to the Earth's surface. Captain, there's more coming? A message from Tuatha De Danann. They say they'll give us protection. Captain Testarossa, we heard that you vanished without a trace. Good to see you, Captain Otto. I'll fill you in on details later. There's one more ship. Must be a mithril ship. A submarine can fly through can fly through space. So can a normal above water ship. I mean, that's not terrible logic. Commander Okina? No question about it. This is Gamila's ship. So they've joined forces with Neo Zeon. The idea that aliens from another world would take part in the war here. Commander, this is... Kodai, don't just blurt out every detail. Everyone, my only objective was self-defense. I had no intention of intervening in this war. However, since Camillus has joined Neo Zeon, I've deemed it our responsibility to defeat them. So our neutrality lasted less than an entire scenario. Responses have come in from Sumeragi and Captain Hoshino saying they're in agreement. It's as you heard, Captain Testarossa. We're going to join the fight here. Understood. Your cooperation is much appreciated. Kodai, dispatch the mobile units. Roger. All mobile units, take off. Okie dokie. Before you get all of your units out, Judo, make sure he is deployed. He is needed for a secret. It is pretty fucking awesome though, isn't it? Let's get new Gundam. We're gonna have to be very specific when we bring on this one. What world's mission is? Ghost of Water is all red. This is the third world that we have encountered. This is the one the Mithril folks are from, and this is the one where Tetsuya and Ryoma are from. And they uttered the words second impact at some point, just in case that helps. Who else do I want to bring? Let's bring Token. Captain Otto! It's a relief that you're safe, sir. Shido! Hathaway! Good to see you, Captain Otto. Captain, that's Amuro Ray. No question about it. That's the clincher. Now we can definitely do this. If the red comet come back to life for Neo Zeon, the white meteor can come back to life for us. So, rescue forces of the Federation have arrived. If only we'd gotten here a little earlier, we could have avoided all this trouble. Alright, let's just focus on downing that new Gundam. They're coming. I'm not letting you get away, Gundam. Merida, don't be reckless. Master, I'm doing this for you first and foremost, and I'm doing this for my sake as well. Whoa! Whoa! It is actually the second impact was caused by the Deuteron missile they talked about earlier in the game. When it impacted where Ryoma was and the invaders were, it also hit the laboratory Dr. Saotome was, who studied Getter rays. So after the Deuteron bomb hit, Getter rays spread everywhere. So the second impact was caused by Getter rays and a Deuteron bomb combining. So, yeah. With this single shot. Ugh. What's this feeling I'm getting? Ah! NT/-D. The Horde just opened. That's right, Unicorn Gundam is a misnomer. It's not actually a unicorn. What's with that Gundam? Whoa! That kid just invoked Destroy Mode again. Again with that? Whoa. Get back in position, Merida. Roger that, Master. What's with that Gundam? Jared, you felt that too. That Gundam is different somehow. There's something ominous about it. The two of us have both gone up against Gundams a bunch of times. I think we've developed a sensitivity to them. I hear that thing is something like a time bomb. I wonder when it's going to explode. That new Gundam, it's amazing! They actually built that baby while we were away. What's the matter, Setsuna? I can't quite explain it. There's just something about that mobile unit. Setsuna FCA. He sensed the danger posed by that Gundam too. All units, we are now going to unite with Londo Bell in fighting Neo Zeon, which has joined forces with Gamilus. Gee, a new challenger, did you? It's imperative that we make it through this so that we can get back to our respective worlds. Roger, I'll give everything I've got to get through this. But Ajay, the Unicorn, all this power in my hands. Alright, so we just got a new ability. The NT-D system, also known as the Destroy system. Ominous! It's in Destroy mode, and it also gets a new attack. Post-movement, Barrier Buster, ignores size, requires new type skill, and required focus of 130. It is not something to be laughed at. Okie dokie. Let's start getting our folks as close as we can. Unfortunately, the Tuatha De Danann is stuck in the water. And despite flying through space, cannot fly right now. I want you to look real closely at how much of this map has water. Yeah, New. It loves combining lore from plenty of different series. We've already done that plenty of times. They made characters from Nadesico combined with Daitarn. They've combined Nadesico stuff with Amuro. Amuro was involved with Nadesico plot. Yes, they combine stuff from multiple different series. According to Commander Okido's predictions, a Gamilus fleet of significant size is heading this way. With these motionless aliens added to the picture, it's very possible Neo Zeon tactics will head in a more extreme direction.
鳥かじ進路330
はいマン取り舵進路330
垂直発射管扉を開放
発射管扉を開け
トマホーク発射
はいはいマントマホーク発射します
Yeah, they combine lore all the time. But basically, before we started this mission, they gave us a history lesson of this dimension as to why it's like we're at the tail end of the Neo-Zeon conflict, where Neo-Zeon looks like they might have the upper hand, and how the second impact has rendered the seas basically completely unusable. Actually, yeah, I can't do that. Okay. I need someone to heal you because you're hurt a lot. Okay, other than that... Oh, you can transform into the Delta Plus WR. Huh, that gives you a lot of movement. Holy shit. Oh well. I'm not gonna use him. I need the Unicorn Gundam over here because that extra secret I mentioned. Banaji and Judo need to attack Merida to get that bonus. So really, you can't get close enough? Okay. So let's start getting folks closer and actually do some stuff, shall we?
戦争なんてしている場合じゃないのにマイティスライサーだ了解マイティスライサー重装甲と圧倒的な攻撃力資格はなしか
Spoiler alert, Neo-Zeon Soldier, you're not.
合体機構を狙えば脆いはずだこちらを狙ってきたところでそんな攻撃は通用しない
Go ahead and make a particle cannon this dude.
こいつでとどめだ
That's what it is? It's a wrist laser? It's not even on the right side of the wrist. It's supposed to be on top because that's cooler. Okay, whatever. As you can probably tell, except for the Unicorn Gundam, all of these guys are jabronis. They're not good. They're not strong. They're just mooks and filler units, basically.
冒険に深刻なトラブルだとここまでだ
当たらんな
Okay. Zoom. The Gamillans. I never thought they'd intervene in this war, even if it was a matter of life and death. Well, we'll beat them at their own game, if only to stop the fighting between human beings. Yeah, like I said, neutrality didn't even last the full scenario. As soon as Okina saw that the Gamillans were on the Neo-Zeon side, he's like, "Yep, kill, murder. Don't care about war anymore. Let's go get involved now." That's what this H2O really? Okay.
高速モードなら当たるはず
I don't know if I'd call 2 shots rapid fire.
ここまでか
Okay, you know what? Just to end your turn, I'm gonna move you over here. Just because I'm not gonna use you to attack anything right now.
City of Townsville
Yoseo! Hey man! Hello, hello, hello! Thank you for the raid. Yeah, this'll do. I hear that Neo Zeon has more military power than it did during Axis Drop. Char, still intent on continuing the fight, aren't you? Don't you just hate it when your ex-boyfriend decides to keep continuing the war that you fought like 3 times already? Anyway, welcome Yoseo and other folks. This is Super Robot Wars, the robot crossover anime strategy game. You just saw Amuro Ray and his new Gundam fighting a battleship from a completely different anime series. Psycho Frame! And now he's even stronger! Because he needed that. He needed to be extra strong. Okay, anti-tank dagger, I guess. Yeah, destroy one of the planes. Just chuck a dagger at it. You sure about that? He's got like a magic shotgun. No one else. Alright, end of turn. Now it's their turn to try and punch us. Emphasis on try. So this is a combination of Mobile Suit Gundam Zeta, Mobile Suit Gundam Double Zeta, Mobile Suit Gundam Unicorn, and then all of us. Everything's been pretty good. I actually got a raise at my job yesterday, so that's awesome. So full-time job's doing pretty great. It's a job I'm good at, and it's easy, and I work from home. And then I get to stream on after work, and I stream like 3 to 4 times a week. So everything's pretty darn good here. And now that I have a capture card, I can stream games like this. They haven't commented so far in this game, but they're going to later. And they're just like, where'd you come up with that name? And the response is basically, I don't know, it just kind of came to me. Even though it's a really dumb name. But yes, the commenting happens. I think it's cringe? No. The more wild the attack name is, the better. I want dumb names, because they're hilarious. I love Yazan's awful Manta Ray. Bye-bye. Right, I just realized Banaji doesn't even have Excel. Shoot, it's gonna take him a while to get near Merida, and he has to get attack her and kill her. Ooh.
ヤザンとハンブラビの組み合わせから逃げられるかな？獲物を生け捕るには はちょうどいい武器だ。もらった。
Don't get me wrong, Yazan has one thing really going for him. This attack is focus drain. Drain your enemy focus, they're easier to kill, and they usually hurt you less, especially on the really strong enemies. So, he has a use. It's just he's use impaired on just about everything else he does. I could imagine... Because in some of the series, Amuro and Ryoma are like old war buddies. Like they cross over in their series before the series actually happens, like in their history. They're like, oh yeah, Ryoma helped during the Neo-Zeon War, and Amuro helped fight off invaders. So they combine their histories a bit, and I think it's hilarious because they talk to each other just like they're old friends. I can imagine that conversation actually happening. Pretty easily, actually. That would happen in T, I think. That's gonna happen in T. Oh no! Someone tried to fight Amuro! I'm so sorry. We'll inform your next of kin. That's why I give Amuro full counter, because for some reason, idiots think they can hurt him. So he tends to be a magnet for attacks. But because he has really, really big range, he can't be outranged by pretty much any enemy in the game. So he will always attack first. He almost took that thing completely out. Oh, friend, no. The only person worse to pick a fight against than Amuro Ray is Ryoma Nagare. Because if you hit him, it just pisses him off. Notice how it didn't actually come back to him? It's not a boomerang in that it comes back. It's a boomerang in that he waddles over and picks up the axe from the ground. A classic battle, when the Camillus battleships against the Yamato. Oh, interesting! I didn't know that. If the unit's barrier would completely absorb the damage from the attack, support defend doesn't proc. That's really cool. I didn't know that would happen. Huh, that makes support defend even more useful, because it won't proc off attacks that the unit wouldn't have taken damage from anyway. It's very true, yes. Oh no! So I'm not gonna be dealing damage to Merida yet. Because like I said, she's important for a secret. Damn it! I almost hit the mute button! But I sneezed just a split second too early. I missed it. Okie doke. You, Benashi, need to... EX-Orc. Yeah, I can't restore action yet. Benashi needs to move and needs to move fast, and he still doesn't have his side. And I can't even get NTD sequence active. Shit. Damn it. Damn it.
Aye, aye, ma'am.
Anyway, this is why on non-space missions, the Tuatha De Danann is next to useless. Because they don't give it the ability to just fly. Even though it can do it in space! So obviously the ship can fly! But if you're on a planet-based map, it will force it to stay in the water. Because why have a useful above water machine? I mean, sure, inch a little bit closer. Alright. Gonna punch her with Judo because, oh dear, do not support me. This is also needed for the secret. What is this sensation? Is it coming from that pilot? He stopped cold. The guy must have a death wish. You're kidding. I didn't come all the way back here to be killed. There's so many people I still want to meet. There's so many things I still want to do. So yeah, he gets weird brain waves from her. Who do you think you are? This guy's trying to horn in on us. Do I know you? Don't get so familiar. You're way too informal for the battlefield. Just answer me. I'm Judo Ashta. Judo. The one who felled Her Excellency Mon Karn. Gundam pilots. They're all enemies to me. Not happy with Judo. He's like, wait. Do we know each other? Because I kind of get the vibe we know each other. You beat up Hamon Karn. You're an asshole. I hate you. Okay, yes, that's usually my experience with women, but not what I meant. Oh, Angelo's over there, and I don't have any good units on this side. I forgot about Angelo. I'm sorry, it's just the weirdest fucking thing to give a handgun to a mech. That feels like the sort of thing you would just like build into the arm or something. Romeo 008? Really? Oh, I get it. Because the military phonetics for R is Romeo, and he's Riddy, so it's probably... R008, so Romeo 008. That makes
これが
sense.
ロンドベルなのか。ロンドベル、我らの相手が務まるかな。これくらいなら軽いもんさ。
So that unit we're fighting, I've actually heard this from people who claim to be fans of Gundam. They're like, no, Zeon isn't coded to look like Nazis at all. I want you to look at one of their main fucking robots. This guy right here. If you can look at this and somehow say that's not Nazi coded, you're a fucking idiot. Just want to make that my stance clear on that. Because I have heard some real idiots. To a degree, it makes more sense with the Avites. And I only said handguns. Having other weapons makes perfect sense to me. A rifle on a mech, which is just basically a very big fucking rifle, is a dangerous weapon. It's just a handgun is small enough that you would think you'd be built into the mech somewhere and not be an extra weapon that they could potentially drop or mishandle. That's what I'm saying. Like a sidearm does not make sense to me on a mech. A full actual gun makes perfect sense. Be careful, Tobia. They may look like classic models, but they have all the same capabilities of mobile units of our world. I'm aware of that, Kincaid. After all, this is a completely different world from our own. But I'm not going to sit by while we're facing groups that think there's nothing taking lives of others. Doesn't matter what world it is. Anyone like that is an enemy of ours. I like how they made Kincaid talk from the Rahel, even though we just met Rahel and none of our pilots are in. They just kind of randomly pick which battleship this person's going to be talking from sometimes. Okay. Bye!
Mobile suits のデータは頭に入っている。行け、ディープスラッシャー。
どちらが勝者かすぐに教えてやる。敵は焼き尽くす。いけ、ブレストバーン。
Spawn!
どうしよう。あとは頼むぞ。
How many enemies do we've got? Not many. Let's clean up these dudes over here before they cause any trouble, though.
この戦争の先に何があると思っている。ラムダドライバーを攻撃に転用。了解。
Magic shotgun!
やれるのか。いや、やるんだ。ぶち抜け。自分の魂は死なずな。
Bye-bye. You know what? I need to get these two over here, probably, to help out. Because, yeah, they've got a named person over there who might actually be a threat. So, let's do that. Isn't it great, Paladin? Love this game series so much. I'm hoping, probably won't play them all in a row, but I am going to play VX and T. So, V and X have some series crossover, but then they drop a couple series and add a couple of new ones, including ones I never heard of before I played X. Then T is real good. And it's got some real good boys in it. Oh, that's Rakan! Shit! I thought that was a move for some reason. Uh-oh. Oh my, that configuration of how to attack looks familiar. Yeah, Rakan's unit is sort of similar to the Zeta Gundam. Okay, I need to make you fuck right off. So, Chitose, make that happen. And Paladin, if you haven't seen it yet, you can either check my collections tab here on Twitch, and that's all the previous streams where I cut them up into based on the scenarios, or you can check out my YouTube where I've also got it as a playlist. So yeah, if you need to catch up for some reason. Almost. How progressive of you, Rakan? And by progressive, I mean fuck off. Okay, so Rakan is still alive. That's a bit disappointing. No, definitely don't want to use that against Merida. Okay. I'm actually gonna hold off on killing any more units. Seriously? just foresee that. Don't die. Now's our chance, Rakan. Time to get this over with. My connection to you ends today, Azan. This is fun. Zeon, the Federation, none of that matters. The clashing of finely honed techniques. It's a shame that this nirvana has to end today. Grr, we're men who can't express our emotions unless we punch somebody. Arr, 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 arr.
血を落とすのみだ。
Sorry, Rakan, what was that? I couldn't hear you over your dumbass machismo.
ま、もう少し相手をしてやってもいいな。
射程距離がいいからか。
Okay. Oh wait, this is just a mook? Yeah, this is just a mook.
接近戦を挑む。
被弾している時間も惜しい。スペースノイドは過激なことしかしない。
Way to make a generalization about a specific type of person, Rinny. Especially since Space Noids refers not only to the enemy combatants, but also anybody who happens to live in space. You might have nothing to do with this conflict.
これがロンドベルなのか。
Look, if I'm gonna criticize Rakan for being a muscle brain, I'm gonna criticize our own units if they say something stupid. Alright, this is their special battleship, the Garanciris, I guess it's pronounced. He's gonna fight Ryoma. Because he has a death wish.
叩き落としてやる。スキル療法発射。
Yep! That's their big cannon. They've got to have a good unit pop out to actually aim it.
打ちのめしてやる。
Naval laser! Wonder why he doesn't call it that. He calls it Getter Beam.
追いつかれたぞ。
My naming sense is clearly superior. Okie doke. There she is. I officially need to weaken Merida enough for Panaji to get a kill. Okay. Who's gonna soften her up? This is gonna soften her up a hell of a lot. So, let's do it.
Missile こちらで突っ込むわよ、バングレイ。
God, the Bangray is so much fun. I just love the excess of this attack. Just burn all your ammunition just to move them into position for the attack. I don't know, can you? Guess not. Okay, before we go any further, making a safety save. Okay. Now, punch her with something that's not going to kill her, please. Drive wheel sword is probably too much, so Mighty Slicer. Wait, do I have Mercy? I do! I have Mercy! I have Mercy on the best boy! Amuro Ray has Mercy. As we've been joking about it throughout this series, Mercy is a spirit command that makes it so you cannot kill your opponent. You leave them at 10 health. Now I don't know if this is going to apply to a support attack as well. So this is a bit of a test to see if it does.
奴のプレッシャーに抗えない。
But yeah, see? Can help.
ロンドベルに邪魔をさせるか。
まだ続けるつもりか。その隙を逃がすものか。むき出しのエゴそのものを叩く。
そんなものは聞きはしない。
Okay, good. Test done and confirmed. Alright, Banaji. Gundam, you've revealed your true self. You're in that mobile suit. You're the one who was called Merida on Industrial 7, right? That kid from back then? You're the pilot? Stop fighting immediately. We've got civilians in here. I'm a soldier. I'm just following orders to bring down that Gundam. The fact that you keep doing things like this is the reason the conflict keeps dragging on.
4枚羽のモビルスーツ NTD
Anyway, here's Banaji's special attack.
これで落ちてくれ。これだユニコーン。
こんなところで私は
Unicorn, or too many lightsabers, as I like to call it. He just stabs her with a couple of them and then busts out some wrist ones, because why not? I can't be defeated now. Merida, retreat. We'll take it from here. But that's an order. I'm not letting anybody die in a place like this. Roger. Merida crew's retreating. Good luck, Master. It was the Merida I saw on Industrial 7 who was riding the green mobile suit. So it's because the NTZ is operating. I feel like my senses are much sharper. What's this? This vaguely uncomfortable feeling. Alright, that gets us a bunch of extra points for later. Now, we just have a couple of nerds to deal with. Let's beat up some nerds. Cool. Everything else should just be about getting Angelo then. So Bullseye.
Gion の執念は未だ死なずか。頼むぞ、ダリル、ワッツ。トライスターの実力、拝ませてやるぜ。行くぜ。このチャンス必ず生かすぞ。頼め。この一撃でおしまいなんだよ。親衛隊を愚弄する気か。貴様のような雑魚が私を狩るつもりか。運も俺に味方しているようだな。
And support attack.
さすがはトライスターのリーダーだ。スペースノイドは過激なことしかしない。
Really a
私を捉えた
miss.
つもりでいたか。
Okay, whatever you say. Move closer, please. And then arm, zero in.
死んでいった者たちの代わりに怨念返しをさせてもらう。 こいつでとどめだ。落ちろ。親衛隊を見くびるな。
Yeah, they're just chipping him away. But that's fine. I've got enough units in that area. Should be fine taking him down.
まだだ。まだ戦える。
And that's why I put him in range of Rahel's commander aura.
俺に似合いの戦場だな。よーし、クモの巣だ。
この程度造作もない。
Missed! Oh, that's no good.
消えろ。
And watch, he had less of a chance to hit me than I did him, but he's gonna hit me, isn't he? Yep! I just got Fire Emblem! Alright, that's no good. I might need to pull in somebody else from way far away to beat him.
戦闘を開始する。落ちろ。そこだ。貴様も私の邪魔をするのか。貴様のような雑魚。 私を狩るつもりか。この程度でよく親衛隊をやってられるな。
Yay, persist. Okay. Yeah, the last unit I have to attack over here is my battleship, so not great. I don't think it'll be enough. He's not beefy, so I'll need to pull somebody else in.
Rondo Bellman. 一筋縄ではいかないか。無様に散れ、連邦の犬どもが。
これがネオジオンの底力か。
Yeesh, doesn't even have very good defense either. Okay, oh, I do have one more unit over here. This might be enough.
Kuruka, Neo Geon, 急所を狙えば。落ちろ。
Okay, I was about to say, don't tell me the attack missed. Good enough. They took every single unit I had over there, but they managed. Eventually. What a horrible situation. There's no way I can face a commander like this. I won't soon forget this hideous humiliation. That purple unit. That's Guard Captain Neo Zeon. You're sure well informed, Tetsuya. Yeah, I've been collecting info on Neo Zeon and all. Or he's really bad at faking his amnesia. Sasuke doesn't need the experience. Who does? Who does? Who's low, 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 low? Yoma, Tetsuya, Mido. Got a couple of people actually at only 23. Mido. Let's do this instead. Sell. Let's get intuition. Don't have gain. Oh well. I just imagine Rakan going through this entire battle like, I'm a hardened warrior who only fights the glory of battle. And I fight gritty enemies with gritty abilities. And then fucking Might Gain walks up and he's like, I'm sorry, is that a Technicolor train robot? And Mido's just like, yep! It's more nuanced than that! It really isn't. Oh, Data! More levels. Judo Ashta and Londo Bell, there's gonna be payback for this. That's exactly the mindset that causes the conflict to drag on and on. Why is this so hard to understand? Who else is left? Just them? Just the battleship. Okay. Thunder Break. Prepare for the loudest attack in the game.
俺がお前たちの戦争の相手になってやる。ブレードの技を見せてやる。サンダーブレイク。くそ。
Oh shit! Goddamn, Tetsuya! Chill!
ここはスキル量を使うぞ。
俺を倒したいならもっと力を込めるんだな。
Alright, Judo needs the kill, so we'll be giving it to him. High Mega Cannon. Fortune. Oh, before we do that, just to be, like, double sure, let's use Direct Attack. Wait for me, Lena. Play too. I'm coming to see you. You can count on it. For that reason as well, there's no way I'm dying in a place like this.
戦争以外に方法がないのか、ジオンの連中は。こいつで決めてやる。
Giant fuck off laser! This is as far as it goes. Garcias, retreat! And joining up with Merida after we pull out. Ow, I kicked my chair. Owie. So it's over, eh? Still, I just can't believe it. The idea that Camillus and Neo Zeon would join forces. Well, you know, we joined forces too. They basically just did the same thing. But all that did is cause the war here to pick up speed. In short, it was a partnership of evildoers? Leaving aside Camillus for a minute, the conflict between Neo Zeon and the Earth Federation isn't really a matter of good versus evil. The reality is that, as things stand, this is set to get much worse. Well then, let's join the fight too. Camillus is going to come after us either way. I guess we have no choice. At the very least, we can no longer presume that we're uninterested bystanders. We appreciate the cooperation, Londo Bell. It'd be great to fight alongside you guys again. Don't get any funny ideas. I understand that in order to turn the situation around, we need overwhelming force. Alright then, see you around. Yeah, we don't get those two yet. That's Mr. Yazan, right? Looks like he's back with Federation forces. Apparently, toward the end, he said something. Well, you know, the guys as a regular army want to appropriate the independent unit Londo Bell and use as part of their own firepower. So they basically threatened him, and after he saved them as well. These guys are really shameless. Commander Okita, the situation has changed. We're no longer unrelated to this conflict. I see. In that case, let's contact Londo Bell and join them. After all, the Nahel Argama is also the ship that all of us were on. If Neo Zeon is sending in ground forces, then we've got no time to waste. You okay, Banaji? Yeah, more or less. That Gundam must be weighing on his mind. Free monies. Standby strategy! One of the worst skills in the game. If you end a player phase without any action at the beginning of your player phase, Spirit Command's Awakening in itself will be effective. Recovers 5 SP to the main pilot. It's so dumb. Waste 1 turn. Be able to move faster next turn. Or I could move this turn and next turn. Commander Amuro! Chan Eji! Wow, the commander in the flesh! I'm sorry, forgive me for causing you concern. No problem. It's enough that you're alive, and that I was able to meet you again. Quite a relief, eh, Chan? Sure is, Hathaway. I'm glad you're okay too. The G Gundam that I was entrusted with somehow managed to bring it back in one piece. Chan and Hathaway, they've both moved on about quests, or at least they're trying to. Chan, were you assigned to the Nahel Agana after we came down to Earth to search for the Dadan and Hathaway? Yes, I was. So that I could tune the new Gundam. That Gundam with the horn, eh? It's called the Unicorn, right? It looks pretty cool. Chan, that Gundam. It's just as the commander surmised. Unicorn's entire movable frame is composed of the Psycho Frame. So the Psycho Frame is one component of the new Gundam. The Unicorn is all Psycho Frame. And the Psycho Frame is said to be a tool that responds to human emotion and adjusts itself with either its power output or its form. Does that mean that Anaheim analyzed the capabilities of Psycho Frame? No, the higher-ups at the Federation forces who saw that miracle light that surrounded Axis had it created in the hopes of seeing that light again. I think they get involved with Psycho Frame for such an arbitrary reason. That really is incredible. So it must be even more powerful than the new Gundam. And that guy there, he's the pilot, eh? Huh. Good job, Banaji. Anaheim was decided to entrust the Unicorn to you. Does that mean I'm being ordered to fight again? Zeon is going to target the full Psycho Frame Unicorn. It's almost definitely going to be necessary to fight in order to protect it. Just please let me think about it. I look forward to a positive response. Who's that guy over there? That's Alberto Vist. He's an executive at Anaheim. Apparently he's responsible for the Unicorn development plan. And that Banaji, seems he's not a soldier. He's a student who was living on Industrial 7. By a twist of fate, ended up piloting being the pilot of Unicorn. Literally every single Gundam protagonist then says in unison, I can understand that. Since he was registered as a pilot, nobody but him could operate the Unicorn. He seems to be extremely gifted. If he's got Amuro's seal of approval, he should work out just fine. Still, there's some amount of risk involved. Watching him kind of reminds me of Camille. Camille, eh? Where are you headed, Jado? I'm gonna go introduce myself to him. Banaji. Audrey. The ship emerged unharmed, thanks to your fighting prowess. Still, now that our firepower is in place, I don't think you have to do any fighting. That's true, but still. There's no reason for that kind of talk. Huh? Well, I'm not familiar with the details. Wasn't he fighting in order to protect you? You know about that? Only in very vague terms. Also, we're psychic because we're new types. Okay, empaths, but yes. I'm Jado Ashta. Nice to meet you. Banaji Lynx. Nice to meet you too. What is it? Would you, like to try riding that Gundam? The Unicorn? What are you talking about, Audrey? Jado Ashta, the pilot who defeated Haman Karn. The insight and sensitivity that he showed before. You just might be able to channel the power of the Gundam in the right direction. Wow, Audrey! Thank you, Banaji, for saving our lives. Oh, hey, someone else who might be compatible. How about you pilot it? Rude! Okay, as usual, factory stuff and everything. The ace pilots. Captain Otto. Yes, but this very much my accomplishments as the entire crew of the Nahel Argama. I couldn't have remotely achieved it on my own, because I'm ass. That's very commendable of you to say it. No, not really. As far as I'm concerned, I'm just a regular guy who got lucky climbing the military ladder. I don't think you're just a regular guy myself, Captain. If there's anything special about me, it's only because of the war. If we didn't have anything going on, I'd just be another nondescript family man, most likely. The times, as they say, have asked a lot of you indeed. And it's not for me. I really do want to be here. We really want there to be peace already. Once the war's over, I plan on kicking back and indulging a lot of good cups of black tea. I hope for your sake day comes soon. Good luck on your duties then, Captain. Congratulations on becoming Ace Pilot Nigel! I have my pride as a member of the Tri-Stars. I'd be letting them down if I didn't earn this much, really. Pride. It's a really interesting emotion to me as an android. Something I only see humans exhibit. I don't think that's true. Just look at yourself, Nine. You take a lot of pride in the work you do, right? You're not that different from us humans. When you put it like that, perhaps you're right, yes. Tactical support you provide us during battle has really saved our hides a lot, that's for sure. We owe you one for everything you do for us. You're a true professional on and off the battlefield. Thank you. It's my sincere pleasure to help however I can. Congratulations on becoming Ace Pilot Daguza! I'm sure you worked very hard to get to this point. Yeah, maybe I guess so. Something wrong? Are you feeling alright? Yeah, I'm fine, just not used to doing stuff like this. I assure you, it's okay to relax. We're here to celebrate your accomplishments. You should take it easy. Well, I also don't talk to girls like you very often. I'm pretty sure I haven't met any goth androids myself, which is, I consider a failure of my life as to this point as well. So I can understand where you're coming from on that, Daguza. Even so, I'm still happy to have made it for this. It's nice to see another side of you outside your work. Thanks, I guess. You have a nice smile. It's nice to see it for once. Congratulations, Conroy! Thanks, Nine. It feels good to be an ace now. You look excited to be here. It's not often the guy who, like me, gets soaked in some limelight. Working at ECOAS, usually work more from the sidelines. It's a really nice change of pace. We'll soak in as much limelight as you like. Just be aware that I'll report this to Daguza later. I'd rather you not do that, if that's alright. Rest assured, I'm only joking. You work hard enough as it is. I feel better about myself than I have for a long time. Just hearing you say that makes it all worth it. Thanks. And Riddy! This is but one step of many I still have to climb. I have my sights set on far higher things. Your drive is a very inspiring sight. Even I feel I could learn a thing or two from it. That drive, as you describe it, is about all I have. I don't want to be known just because I happen to get lucky in terms of family I was born into. I want to be a force to be reckoned with on my own terms. I'm anxious to see what that looks like in time. Nen Panache. It's crazy. I was once just a normal student before all this. The Unicorn Gundam really changed my life. I think you're being too modest. Surely the Unicorn Gundam couldn't have reached its full potential without you too. I'll take what I'll get. It's always nice to hear that from people. Thanks, Nine. I'm not simply being nice for the sake of it. My opinion is based on a lot of important data that I've recorded on you since we've known each other. Data? I don't recall giving you anything super important. Mind telling me what you're talking about? It's my understanding Panache first got involved in the fighting in large part to protect Audrey. We'd only just met at that point. If that was on some level driven by love, perhaps I'll have a better idea about not only that, but the latent potential of human life as well. Nine? Are you gonna answer my question? Nine? Nine? Juno. What is it, Nine? Do you mind if I ask you about Chan and Hathaway? So you noticed as well. I also noticed that might be a delicate issue. There was a girl who Hathaway had very strong feelings for. Her name was Quest Pariah, but she accepted Char's invitation to become a member of Neo Zeon. In the fighting around Axis, Quest appeared on the battlefield operating giant mobile armor. Hathaway was in a sortie that tried to stop the fighting. In the battle, well, ultimately Chan ended up shooting Quest down. How did Hathaway react? He went into a frenzy and tried to shoot Chan. Just then, the psycho frame of the new Gundam that Commander Amuro was piloting engulfed Axis in light. A phenomenon called Axis shock, right? As he described it, when he saw that light, Hathaway became overcome with grief at his own powerlessness and being unable to save Quest. At the same time, he realized that Quest's death wasn't Chan's fault, rather it was because of the war, he said. So that's the reason for the subtle distance between them. Hathaway can't bring back what once was, but he may someday be able to distinguish the memory of Quest he holds within. That's what I believe, anyway. Can I ask you one more thing? What is it? Who's Camille? The guy whose heart was broken in the war. His heart? Yeah, that's right. He's taking a break on Earth right now. I've never actually spoken with him, but he's taught me all sorts of things. Yep, Camille. You might know who Camille is if you're a Gundam fan. Okay, suborders. check out the score, as usual. Still, nobody anywhere near 80. So again, don't care. Shin's fine, Akino's fine, Setsuna's fine. Ruri didn't get out, so let's do that. And Chikape. Kira. Cool. Okay, time to save. And then I'm going to set a marker for the end here.